So what's the deal, man? What's good? So I just want to speak on something, right? So I just kind of, I'm a nigga. I think to myself a lot, right? You feel me? And I just want to understand something. Well, I want y'all to kind of understand with me, and this is something that us black people, right? We should in America, especially in America, actually, we should think about. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna bring up this topic, right? I'm gonna bring up this topic, and I might insert a little clip of video here, right? So in this interview, right, it's interview podcast. Some of y'all might have seen it, some of y'all might not have seen it, right? But in this interview podcast, it was a math hop of I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna call it a podcast, right? So a math hop podcast was smart. Some of y'all probably seen the shit, but or don't really know the nigga name, but the nigga name Smart, right? So the nigga Smart, they end up speaking on, and a lot of y'all probably seen the clip where he was saying, where they end up bringing up the rap shit, music industry and shit like that, and they said something about what's the nigga name? Sauce Walker, right? They was saying how Sauce Walker, he didn't sign to Jay-Z because he didn't want them playing with his life, and Smart was like, nah, he's trying to say that then when they playing in his ass or something, right? Which probably got truth to it, right? Cause usually the bigger you are as an artist, 9 times out of 10, it's a lot of other shit that you gotta go through. But that's not what I'm gonna talk about. So, but one of the things he said in the interview that wasn't as publicized for real is
right. When you talk about the Black Liberation Army, everything we tried to do to come together, the government has intervened and destroyed it, and then left residue. Okay, we don't have no nepotism. We don't have no financial institutions. We don't have no banks. We don't have no fucking hospitals. We don't have our own police. We don't have our own security. We got a bunch of people just trying to fucking survive.
Okay,
now hold on, wait.
Everything you just said is wrong.
How does that?
The black people
Everything's
right now,
wrong like what? You sound crazy, bro.
There are
I don't want to hear that shit.
There are
crazy.
6 or 7.
What's wrong
with that? Every time us black people had shit going on, positive, trying to make change, trying to make the community better within the black culture and shit, the white man intervened, right? So now I want y'all to think, why come every time we had all these movements, the Black Liberation Army, Black Panther, the Black Panther movement, even the Bloods, man, stood for something back then, Crips stood for something back then, GDs, BDs, and a lot of y'all probably don't know that BDs and GDs was all interconnected at a point in time type shit. So it was I think it was BGDN, some shit like that. It was either, no, I think it was BGDN type shit. So it was Black Gangster Disciple Nation type shit. So at a point in time, them niggas used to be interconnected. That shit used to be connected type shit. So them niggas got along. That's when Larry Hoover was on and shit. So that's when he was, he was free and shit. So we had all these movements, and every time they either assassinated niggas, like Fred Hampton, they assassinated his ass. Before they put him in, before they killed that nigga, they tried to put him in jail on some bullshit ass charge. They say he was stealing ice cream and shit, which some goofy shit. Some goofy shit. What the fuck that nigga looking at, bro? They try to put that nigga in jail for some goofy shit. They say stealing ice cream. I don't know how long he was in there for, but they couldn't hold that nigga for too long, so they ended up letting that nigga out. So they seen that, and mind you, they did that shit to slow his impact and slow his influence down type shit. They see that shit didn't work. They see he got out. He still was, dude, he was building fucking influence still. You feel what I'm saying? So of course, they're like, fuck it, we gonna kill this nigga. If you watch the fucking movie, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Judas or some shit. Judas and the Black Messiah, that's what it's called. Judas and the Black Messiah. You see that his influence was fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga was, dude, fucking ridiculous. I don't know, you know how sometimes in movies and shit like that, everything is, true or not based on real events or whatever, but at the end of the day, you see how because they didn't just use one nigga, they used a couple niggas. They used a black man because they said the reason he y'all seen the movie I forgot the nigga name, but the nigga they used to get all the information and shit out the Panther Party movement or in that area because the Black Panther Party was in different areas and shit. So it wasn't just in like one area; it was in different areas. But they tried to get that nigga, whatever the fuck the nigga name was, the snitch or whatever, the rat, whatever you want to call him. They got that nigga to infiltrate that shit and tell them what's going on and shit. So they knew where the nigga was at. They knew the layout, all that shit because he gave them that information. So every time us black people try to start some shit or try to build influence or start to do good in the community, the culture and shit, we get killed or we get in jail type shit. So after that nigga got out of jail, Fred Hampton got out of jail, they came over to plan to assassinate that nigga. And that's what happened. You feel me? So think about all the shit that us black people done went through to try to actually make change happen, especially back then. Look how all the leaders, all the people that mad influence getting killed. Now think about today, right? We got rappers, especially the black rappers, Lil Durk, Young Boy, Resto Von, but King Von. All these niggas promoting violence. All these, and like I said, and music plays a big part in this shit, but this shit been happening before music even became publicized and shit, right? Popularized the shit, violence and shit. Think about all this black on black crime. Black people robbing black people. Black people killing black people. Black people shooting at black people. All this shit. Why the fuck have the white man not intervened in this shit? But they intervened when we was trying to do good. Think about that shit. Think about, really, try to understand that. Why the fuck? You would think they would want to intervene and actually try to make shit better within the black communities and shit, so there's not as much killing, not as much negativity going on. Woo. But they fucking haven't. They haven't, bro. And if anybody was to say they have by gentrification and shit, which is when they start putting white fucking businesses in black communities and shit like that to make the shit, that is not, one, that is some whole other shit. Two, that's not them helping. That's not them helping, nigga. I think more so that's them trying to experiment to see if black people will chill the fuck out if they're white businesses, which is not gonna fucking work. They know that shit's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You putting 3 or 4 white businesses in a black neighborhood is not gonna do shit. It's not gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change the whole infrastructure, all that shit. You gotta change all that shit. So really think about the shit. 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 Think about it. How come back then? Because now motherfuckers try to do shit. Now it's not gonna have as much impact because rappers got all the influence now. Rappers got all the impact now. So even if you try to promote some positive shit or you trying to change and shit, look at Charleston White. Charleston White not a fucking rapper. His word means a lot to people that actually pay attention to the shit, but his word means nothing to people that are stuck in their ways, bro. Even though Charleston White be saying some crazy shit, this nigga says real shit. People don't want to realize this nigga say real shit because they agree with the shit that these rappers are promoting. This negative shit, this violent shit. Even though I like music, I like violent music, even though it's fucked up, I realize it's fucked up. Everything, most of the shit that Charleston White say is some real shit. Like I said, even though he had fucked up takes on shit, when he explains the shit, it make you think damn, that shit true. A lot of people that don't want to accept what the fuck that nigga saying is facts or hella legit is people that can't handle the truth type shit for real. Or they can't handle what's in their fucking face. You feel me? So my question to y'all, or should I say the white man, right? And I'm gonna speak on the Kanye shit and the Kyrie shit, all that shit going on within the Jews and shit. My dad told me don't speak on it, but I'm gonna speak on it because, and it might not get released or it might not get publicized or I might not put it up there until I built my shit up, my audience and shit. But my question to y'all is why in the fuck when we do some positive shit or when we try to do positive shit, when it was popular to do positive shit or make positive change within our communities and our culture and shit, shit was intervened. They try to do everything in their power to stop us from growing, becoming better, right? But when we fucking talk about negative shit, rap about negative shit, we doing fucked up shit to each other, they not doing nothing. They we good. We ain't want to get in that. But when we was trying to do shit, change the culture, change the environment, change the atmosphere within ourselves on some positive shit, they want to fuck that shit up. So that's a question for y'all today, man. Like, really think about that shit. So really just think like, what I'm doing today, does it have a positive impact on the world or does it have a negative impact on the world? And I feel like if you think what you're doing has no effect or no impact or whatever, then you need to get up off your ass for real and make a positive impact on this motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, when we leave this bitch, people gon', like I said, people either gonna say bad shit about you, people gonna say negative shit about you. I mean, people gonna say negative shit about you, they gonna say positive shit about you. So it's like, really how you want to lead this bitch. You want to lead this bitch with motherfucker saying he was a bad person. You want to lead this bitch saying, you know what I'm saying, he actually was trying to do shit. He was actually trying to change the environment. Ooh. So I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. Like I said, just think about that shit for real, man. Right, Lauren out, man.